Alright, looks like I'm late to the party. This is a quick veteran asylum, theory and archive pug. Looks like a good group too.
It will destroy you. It rages like a storm through this tower.
We told the orc that the next interloper would lose his head. The first mages make good on their promises.
I came to this archive to contain the damage I could cause. My loss of control blasted all that you see into terrible existence. Why do you persist?
So far, so good.
Turn back.
Uh-oh, tank's not here yet. So I'm sure people watching know mechanics to this by now. In the veteran version, you have to watch out for when the sky grows dark. And then you have to find the healing field where you can hide it inside. It was behind us twice now. It can also be on the left side, on the far side, near the bridge. Or either on the front right or the back right. Now it's on the left. And then that explosion you can block for safety. Usually the healers out heal it, but if you're not sure. Where is that? No. Left again. Back again. grab that res since the name just popped up on my screen. There's a whole lot going on the screen, so sometimes the circles are hard to see. We got pretty lucky here anyway. It was only ever in the back and in the left, not ever on the far side or anything, where you have to run for quite a long time. And then it's execute time.
Why are you here? Are you like the first mages seeking power? Mortals are such fools.
I'm gonna block here just in case. You never know. Usually people on the right side are supposed to block because oftentimes it'll spawn them in and they'll get damaged before they're even there. I don't know what that person's trying to say. Maybe they need a healer over there. Oh yeah, the tank wants to come here. Quickly interrupt that healer there. I should probably swap to spell power pods, but I'm fucking cheap. Especially for trials as easy as this one. Maybe for the last boss. People on the right side are done as well now. Right, chest. I love the glowing chests, by the way. I forget which skill line it's in. I think it's scrying or maybe excavation. One of them anyway. Oh yeah, here, keen eye for treasure chests. That is so handy, especially if you're farming in dungeons or stuff. Alright, looks like everybody found their spot. So here we go. Didn't even pick up that heavy sec before. Let's see if I can still do this. Yes, nice.
Why do you insist on continuing down? You are not wanted here.
And off to the rock.
I need healing.
Now this can be quite hard to heal actually, especially if people with the shock AoEs that you see there from the overcharges. Yep. stand right within the group. That's what's gonna happen. If you got two people with the shock AoEs on them standing in the group, it takes massive amounts of healing. It can be done, but you have to really be on top of your game with your healing output. And where's the two people that are not with us? One of them is standing there. Apparently now we can res. It also helps if you focus the overcharger, obviously, because he's the one doing that stuff. Right, there's a new overcharger up behind us. That's weird, she starts talking already, even though there's still an ad up. Another master chest, this is the second one in a row. I wish I needed gear from this trial. I do on the NA server, but not here. Thanks, Jack. That's cool of you. Alright, so here is usually where some asshole gets on his horse and jumps over, and then the people who don't know how to do it fall down and you have to wait for 5 minutes. But this group did not do that. So this fight is pretty straightforward. You can just stack up and do damage, and as soon as he puts his legs together, people are going to have to spread out and block. Should be at 75% if I'm correct. Yep. So you just want to back away from everyone a little bit and block, because he's going to throw stones. And then as soon as he stops doing that, you can get back and stack up and do damage. Ooh, I got pulled in by one of the ads there. spreading and blocking again. See if I can grab that res before he throws me over. And spreading and blocking again. And yeah, that's a fight. It's really just rinse and repeat from there on. You can still take synergies, by the way, while you're blocking. It comes in handy sometimes when your health is low or your stamina is getting low from the blocks. I'm gonna back out a little bit because I was in 2 AoEs at the same time there. And that's that. There's 2 heavy sacks up here and 1 chest. 1 heavy sack on this side. Where is it? There. And 1 in the middle stones there. And then we're going up to the last couple ads, and then there'll be 1 more boss, and then the final boss. This group seems to be doing really well though. It looks like they all know mechanics, which is nice. Do we not have a tank here? It would have been nice to bring a tank to this site, because there's 2 big ads / bosses. But it looks like we're just... Ah, we have someone with chains at least, that's good. Oh yeah, it looks like that person's dragging everything along. Now with these ads I like to try and kill the healer first. That's the one with the healing stuff, but for obvious reasons she just keeps on healing the other person.
I need healing. Aid me.
I thought the curse would finish her off, but apparently she had a little bit of health left. that all of them? Yep. Alright, here we go. There's 2 heavy sacks left and right and 1 chest in the middle. Axe of Mending.
Everything warps in my presence. Even these, the tower's gardens. They will shield me from you.
A celestial mage summons me to deny your presence. Be gone from this realm.
So this boss is gonna make copies of herself, which are gonna fly to each of the pillars on the outside. People then have to turn around, kill the copies, because if they don't, she will make them explode after a certain amount of time. You can withstand 1 explosion, which is usually why people don't go to the mushroom pillar over there that I'm aiming at. Just because it's an easy one to single out. So usually no one goes there and kills the ads there. You can, obviously, if you have enough firepower to kill all of them. Makes it even easier. And also you shouldn't stack right on top of each other, but give each other a little bit of space there. Okay, this is odd. Now we've got 4 people shooting at this one, even though that's the pillar I was supposed to go to. And then when you're done, just look clockwise and help the next group kill their ad. That way it's gonna be really easy to finish them all off. With all the buffs it's showing multiple Daedric curses, so I'm not sure which one's mine. Right, here we go again with the copies.
How many of us can you handle?
I also really like the changes to Sororia, because with the 10 stacks where each stack is worth a little bit more, it's a lot easier to keep it up, because you get back to 10 quite quickly. Right, looks like people are killing the one over there at the mushroom as well. So there's absolutely no danger when she does that thing now. Because usually that would have been the explosion where if more than one would have been alive, it would have probably killed us. Are they doing it, or are they killing the boss? This is gonna be interesting now, because you can either execute the boss or do that last wave, but I think not enough people are staying on the boss. So this might be a bit tricky now. Yep. That was a failed execute. And there's probably no way we can save this now, because every time he gets 1 or 2 people up, she'll immediately spawn her copies again. If any DPS, they're probably better off doing damage now and doing that last 1 million. Let's see if they can get that down before she explodes again. 80k, 70k, yeah, nice. Yeah, so that's the danger if you're trying to execute her without playing the mechanics fully. But it worked out in the end, because it was only very little health left anyway. Good enough. First death in that trial, I believe.
Mortals, no appreciation or understanding of what I do for them. I warned you to leave and take no responsibility for what happens.
Let's grab some loot. It's a shame all of the sets in this trial have been sort of erased by better sets, like Infallible Ether doesn't really have much use anymore. So does Eternal Yukida. I guess Wishes of Phidian and Mending are still good. Mending's pretty nice for healers, for damage reduction, mitigation. And then VO has sort of always been good. It's like the false gods of stamina. Or the other way around, since VO was there first. Even though Relican has become a lot more useful in this patch, with the 10 stacks that are a lot easier to build up fast. So you don't lose all of that weapon damage or physical damage and have to rebuild 20 stacks to get it back. You just have to rebuild 10 stacks, which goes really fast. So even though it looks like a nerf to Sorori and Relican, I think it was actually for content probably a buff. Yeah. Okay, looks like one person has DC'd. I wonder how they're gonna deal with the last boss, because there's several ways of doing it. Some people like to stack the whole group except for the tanks right on her ass. Not too close so you don't get the chain lightning, but pretty much behind her, all in one stack. And other people like to spread around the room. And sort of completely loose stack all around her, with the staminas more close and the magickas more far. Is my bird dead again? Yeah. What? Why do they remove someone from the group just for DCing? We could have waited like 1 minute for them to come back. That's kind of shitty. Especially since it's gonna take that person about as long to travel in there as it would have the other person to just lock back in and be there. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. I think if you're doing something, even if it's a dungeon and a person DCs, you should give them 5 minutes to come back on. Or jump around like a crazy... I guess this is also the one thing people don't like about AA. That you always need 12 people to continue. If there's anybody DCing or anybody dropping out, you always have to find a replacement. You can just finish it with like 11 or 10 people. But well... I think we've only got one tank either, so... I hope that person can solo tank the X's and keep a far taunt on the boss. Alright, the last person's coming. And here we go, a couple more ads, and then you find the boss.
Stop the interlopers. They wish to harm the learned one.
Alright, focus overcharger, because that AoE stuff there, if people have it, it would be nice if they could step aside like that person does. That was the most wasted ultimate ever. Heal me! Or not. That's why I don't trust healers, man. Oh no, I'm getting it again. Here, heal me. No, again.
Now, mortals, you will die.
Alright, let's see what they're doing. Thanks for Earthgore. Why can I not res this person?
My armory has a mind of its own.
Right, looks like we're doing the tight stack.
I warned you. These weapons will destroy you.
Uh oh, X in the group. Looks like the tank doesn't really care. Oh no, he's got... And there's the first reflection up. Those need to be killed as well. Because the longer they stay up, the more of these pink AoEs we get on the floor that will really hurt. Also, the mage is facing the group and shooting people, and now the tank has lost 2 axes. Right, I guess that was a decent save. Let's get some reses. There's the next reflection up back there. Probably pisses people off a little bit if you drop the Atro straight in the group, because they can't really see themselves anymore. Oop, mage is looking at us.
I cannot stop my armory from growing.
Well, now it gets dangerous, because we've got some axes on the loose. And people were dying in that black hole behind us. Guess it was a nice try. At least the shades went down fairly quickly, but often enough we had the mage look at us and the axes going loose. There's a huge AoE, yes, you've seen that right. Don't stand in it yet. Stack each other. Yes, I will take you and the next guy and stack them onto each other.
My armory has a mind of its own.
Also, I'll actually swap to spell pods for a little bit extra DPS.
I cannot stop these weapons.
Oh man, I should have probably put barrier on. That would have been helpful for execute. Oh, someone's standing in the AoE on the right. Snoopy, get out of there. getting to execute now while that black hole is coming closer, we'll have a problem. Okay, I guess that worked out fine. Alright, good enough. I mean, wasn't perfect, but for a thrown together puck group, they did fairly okay. I think speedrun is 33 minutes, so we're far from that. But at least it was fun to play another vet trial again. I haven't done one in a while. Mostly because I wasn't even on this game in a while. Hey Lucas. Sorry, you're just about coming on as I was about to end the stream. If any of you guys ever want to play with me, or you have a group of people and you just want to play with me on PlayStation 4, EU or NA, just drop me a message or something. I'm usually always down for stuff, if you allow me to stream it a bit. Alright then. See ya guys, have a good one.